His name is wonderful. His name is wonderful. His name is wonderful. Jesus, my Lord. He is the mighty King, Master of everything. His name is wonderful. Jesus, my Lord. He's the great shepherd, the rock of all ages. Almighty God is He. Bow down before Him, love and adore Him. His name is wonderful, Jesus, my Lord. In the early part of the 1950s, I took a trip to California to be the guest of Dr. Charles E. Fuller and his much-loved, old-fashioned Revival Hour program. While there, I also had the privilege of fellowshipping with Phil Kerr and was thrilled to be invited to take part in his great youth work. Some of the time was spent in a recording studio, recording the Phil Kerr singers under the direction of a young lady named Audrey Meyer. How they could sing. It was an experience that has stayed with me through the years. I'll never forget the inspiration of this young lady, and so it was no surprise to me in later years that the songs written by Audrey would become the top favorites in the gospel field, and particularly His Name is Wonderful. Who better could tell the story of how it was written than Audrey Myers herself? Christmas came on Sunday that year, and for once, His birth seemed more important to everyone than toys and presents. Fragrant pine boughs perfumed the air in our little Bethel Union Church in Duarte, California. A kind of hushed expectancy filled the place as Silent Night, Holy Night swelled from the organ. All heads were bowed, eyes were closed, and an occasional tear rolled down a wrinkled cheek, remembering 50, 60, even 70 other Christmases. Thankful for the love of God and family, their presence, and His presence. Little children sat impatiently anticipating the recreation of the old story, their eyes sparkling, reflecting Christmas tree lights, not wanting to miss anything, including the Christmas play, afterward the dinner and presents which were stacked and waiting. The curtain opened. There it was, as it would be depicted countless times that day, the humble manger scene. Mary was a shy teenager, cheeks flushed with excitement, holding someone's baby doll close in her arms. A young Joseph hovered over her, his smooth face discreetly hidden in old drapery. A beautiful angel glittered and shone, out-brillianced only by the flashing smile for Mom and Dad in aisle 2. Her halo had slipped precariously to one side. 11-year-old shepherds shuffled down the aisles with unmistakable reticence, their jeans peeking out from under Dad's old robe. The procession halted and the choir sang, "Sleep in Heavenly Peace." Dr. Luther Meyer's voice filled the small church. "His name is wonderful," he said with his hands lifted heavenward. And I heard the familiar rustling of angel wings. I did not know, at that strangely moving moment, that a once-in-a-lifetime experience was about to happen. As I grabbed my old Bible and wrote in it, more than with any other of my songs, I felt as if I were only a channel, as if I were not otherwise involved. God blessed His Name is Wonderful, and it seemed to capture people's hearts. But one day I met Tim Spencer, who said to me, "Audrey, it's a good song, but there's just isn't enough of it." Maybe you could write a bridge for it. At that time, I didn't know what a bridge was. Also a musical term. At that time, I didn't know a bridge was also a musical term. He explained the word to me and showed me how I could extend the song and enlarge the blessing of its message. I was just on my way to lunch, and after I had ordered my hamburger, I began to think of Tim's suggestion. And so I opened my Bible, there in the booth, to the concordance, and began to run my finger down the list of names given to Jesus in the Scripture. I wrote them down on my napkin. After I returned to the office, I went to the piano and finished the song. At the moment, I did not foresee the ministry one little song of praise could have, and that I would hear it sung all around the world. I heard it in Sweden, all through Korea and the Philippines. Never shall I forget the thousands of students in Hong Kong lifting it up heavenward from the rooftop schools, nor hear it sung in the Garden of Gethsemane, an experience that was truly joy unspeakable. In conclusion, Audrey had this to say. The song will outlive the chubby hand chosen to write a few black notes on the 5 lines and 4 spaces of the music score, but it will never outlive the original composer, God the Father, who glories in his only begotten Son's name and rejoices in our praise of him. For his name is truly wonderful. To which we say, God bless you, Audrey Meyer, and thank you for the immortal His name is wonderful. Alfred B. Smith. And I'm going to sing it one more time for the sake of some of those who may not be familiar with it. His name is wonderful. His name is wonderful. His name is wonderful. Jesus, my Lord. He is the mighty King, Master of everything. His name is wonderful, Jesus my Lord. He's the great shepherd, the rock of all ages. Almighty God is He. Bow down before Him, love and adore Him. His name is wonderful, Jesus, my Lord.